Welcome back to the channel, everyone, and let's see what we've done in the transfer window. Here we go. So as you can see, we've spent 85 million and we've let go of 24 million worth of players. So we'll go through the ins because I'm sure that's what you're really interested in. So obviously Becker we brought in, that was in the summer, that was before the season started. But Pavon we brought in to cover that left wing. I know Mane, I forgot to mention him in the last video, but Mane's been out for so long I've forgotten about him. So I think Pavon can do a job, and so far he's done quite well. Then we've got Emre Moore. He will then play in Salah's position when we want to give Salah a rest. And I think he's a tidy little player, very, very quick. That acceleration 18, agility 18, that's what we want. Then we got Tillamonte. We are just going to call him Monte because I can't be bothered to say that every time. We brought him in just in case anything happened with Firmino, and if we're honest, Firmino will probably go at some point, so it's probably worth spending the money now before these strikers that I know are going to just shoot through the roof transfer price wise. And then lastly, we were going to let Lovren go. Lovren has asked to leave, and to be honest, I was happy with him leaving. However, the prices that people wanted to pay were around the 12 million, 13 million mark. And there's no way I'm getting rid of him for just such a low fee like that. So we brought Diarmi in, not the one that you know from Napoli. And yeah, he's just a youngster that I thought can just sit on the bench if need be. So we kept to our budgets on everyone. Remember, we had 15 million for these players because they are backups, and we had 30 for Monte. So I think we've done some really, really good business. Even before we set up this transfer, getting Becker in for under the 30 million for a first teamer is really good. Going out, we'll just go over the main important people. So Danny Ings has gone for 10.5 million. He wasn't getting in the team, and I'd rather cash in on him now and then sort the budgets out. We got rid of Mignolet, which was brilliant. He is gone. So yeah, brilliant. So 7.5 million, which is fine. Can go up more, but probably won't. Solante's gone out on loan because he wasn't getting the game time. Like I said, for the youngsters, they need to be getting at least 15 games a season if we want to see him develop, and he wasn't doing it. Someone came in and I thought it's probably best. And with the new signings, I thought it's probably best for some of the other youngsters to go out. So Brewster's gone out. Where did he go? So he went to Scunthorpe on loan, and I think he can get a lot of games there. He got a fair few games with us, free, and he was starting to do it, but I just thought, yeah, free's not really enough, and we want to make sure he develops into a brilliant player. Jan gone out as well to Stevenage, as he wasn't really getting the game time that he needs as well. And to be honest, I was struggling to fit him in more than Brewster. I know they've got the same amount of games, but I felt more okay with Brewster playing than I did Jan. So anyway, let's jump into the league. So as you can see, we're really starting to slip now. There's a 6 points gap between us and United, and I think that's all she wrote, to be honest. We're dropping points, and it's not even funny anymore. So January hasn't been a terrible month for us. We started with picking up a win against Bournemouth, which was brilliant. We're really happy with this. I tried to rotate some players. As you can see, Danny Ings was playing. I was just trying to get people interested in him before I chucked him up for people to buy him. Then a really disappointing draw against Newcastle. Nothing to say. Pavon's first game didn't really do anything, and yeah, it was a really disappointing. Then we had Newcastle away, and Newcastle again at home this time, and we battered them 6-1, and they didn't deserve that goal. We just switched off. With Pavon getting 2, Pavon was a beast in this game, just too quick acceleration-wise. We then had poor old Newcastle again in the FA Cup. This time we did the business away at St James Park, won 4-1, brilliant. Would have liked to have kept a clean sheet. Firmino did get injured, which I think was probably a blessing in disguise, which meant Man City probably, that's why they didn't come in for him. I feel like they would have anyway. Then a really disappointing 2-2 draw against West Ham. Yeah, we probably shouldn't have got anything from this, but that's the way it goes. 2-0 win against Sheffield United. A little bit of rotation given Salah a rest, players like that. And we've done the business, so that's all that matters. And Swansea, this game shouldn't have ended 0-0. As you can see here, we had 28 shots, 10 on target. They had 4 shots, 1 on target. We had 58 possession. We should have finished it, but we just couldn't. So disappointed. Oh, it is worth saying, I did try a 4-4-2 with attacking inside forwards for this one, just to see how we'd get on, just to see if I could have an away tactic. I know we were at home, but just tweaking it, but didn't seem to do the business. So I thought we'll probably do the West Brom game. Let's see some of these players in action. We will just have a look at our injury list. And as you can see, Pavon is out, which is a real shame, but he should be back for the next game maybe starting from the bench. Robinson is out as well, which is again disappointing. We've got Trent out, which was a training injury, which is really annoying. 5 days to 2 weeks, and Emre Can is still out for 2 to 6 weeks. So I'll skip to the West Brom game and we'll get to it. Here we go, here's the team for today, and as you can see it's heavily rotated. I thought we'll show off our new signings. So we've got Diarmi coming back in defence for the first time, starting, which would be lovely. We've got Emre Moore coming in for Salah. Got Lallana, I think it's his first start. And Monte up the top, leading the line. So what could go wrong? Let's get to it. Alright, let's get started. Oh, we're going way too quick. You can see me just trying to smash through some games, playing it on the fastest mode. Here we go. So West Brom. Should be an easy game. They are 18th. But I see 18th is really close to the bottom of the league. The bottom of the league is very close, apart from the... I'm trying to think who is bottom. Brighton. Yes, so Swansea and Brighton are now just drifting away from the rest of the league. But West Brom, you know, they're only 3 points away from Watford, so they could survive. They've got a chance, but let boys have a go and let's see what they've got. Wijnaldum, so close. That's what we want. We need. It's just dropping these points to these silly teams is what's getting us. And Man United now with a 6-point gap. It's not great. You know, they're starting to open up a wide gap, and I want to at least be there or thereabouts, especially how well we started this season. It's a shame it's just slipped. Probably if we made these transfers in the summer, it would have gone a lot differently, but it is what it is to Wijnaldum, but we can't really afford to drop more points, especially with Man United just dominating teams at the minute. It's just silly. But they've earned it. And then we've got Man City hot on our tail as well. So 26 minutes gone and we haven't really shown anything. We've been limited to long shots, which has been quite disappointing. We're going to have to get some urgency from these players. Man United, there we go, 1-0 up against Huddersfield. So they've put the pressure on us straight away, knowing that they'll open a bigger gap if we cannot get the win today. They're now 8 points difference between first and second. They are romping away. We gave them a good fight for a bit. Although honourable mentions though, Tottenham and Newcastle battling for 4th, both on 44 points, and West Brom nearly got a goal as I was talking gibberish, which would have been really disappointing. But I'm interested to see what Lallana can do in this team. I really rate him in real life. I think he's a good little player. Obviously it's a shame for his injury, otherwise I believe he would have been playing for the World Cup. I think Gareth Southgate said on a number of times that he did like Lallana. Man United 2-0 up now. I think they're too good for us. We've got a... Wijnaldum, lovely bit. Oh, touch of a goddess. Is that definitely onside? Oh, the touch of a goddess. Oh, mwah! That's what we want to see. And half time, that changes everything. Right. So we're just going to assertive. Don't get complacent. Everyone fired up. That's what I like to see. You know, we're only 1-0 up here. Wijnaldum's lovely touch and lovely goal. Just to bring it down, take it a little bit forward and then bring it across goal. Brilliant. Not a bad performance considering we're giving a lot of players rest. And we need to start doing this more often, giving players a rest. Making sure these injuries don't keep coming back. Mane is back, but he starts on the bench. No point risking him if we don't need to. And now Lallana gets a knock. That's not what we need. I even started putting the training down to low some weeks. Just to see if that changes. Like when we got 2 games, put training down to low. But no matter what I do, it doesn't really seem to work with this team. It's a bit... Maybe it is good save. Maybe it is just because I shouldn't have put Lallana in because it's his first game back. Maybe. We'll take him off for Woodburn. No point letting that not get into something. It doesn't have to be. No need to bring Mane on. Henderson's looking knackered. There's nothing we can really do. We'll bring Milner on. He can do a job. And we'll put in ball-winning midfielder. There we go. And then hopefully he can just harass West Brom. Oh, he's done well there. Get rid of it, well done. I meant the West Brom player. He done well to beat. Who was that? Marino. Virgil van Dijk on that 7.5. He is just a boss. We do notice when he's not in the team. That's the thing. We notice so much. It's devastating. Alright. Let's just encourage the boys. Right, let's concentrate. It's getting near the end. We don't want to switch off. So far, it's a fairly professional job. Getting some youngsters, breading in their new players. Monte hasn't really offered anything, nor Emre Moore, but that's fine. You know, we're not expecting fireworks straight away, not from them. From Pavon we are, because Pavon, I want him to push Sane out really. Obviously if Mane can pick it up, if he can demolish it, that's fair enough, but I want Pavon to challenge him for that spot. It's there if he wants it. Alright, not really much is happening now. We are still on extended highlights. Wijnaldum gets tackled, but Gomez grabs it back. Diaby. Oh, I thought he was going to lose that. Here's Van Dijk, the man, to Wijnaldum, to Moreno, to Woodburn, and that's a lazy effort, really. It's a lazy effort, but it is what it is. So not long left now, 7 minutes left. Emre Moore, can he do some magic? Nope. And now West Brom are going to be able to break, and they break quickly to McLean. He's got so much space down that left wing. Oh, but the cross just leaves a little bit to be desired, and Becker just plucks out the air like a gazelle. He was worth every penny. Every penny. Right, it's just making sure we can keep this professional. There's no need to do anything silly, and that was silly. And Rondon, you have to say it was a good finish. But the Liverpool slip-up continues. Oh, and that's disappointing. That's disappointing. Brilliant goal from Rondon, though. He took his chance, he took his goal. But that's disappointing. That's very disappointing. Let's see if we can get anything. These closing minutes, but it looks like that's all she wrote. We're giving Man United everything they need to just storm away with this title. Gomez to Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum to Woodburn. To Wijnaldum to Marino. Just square it! Why are you shooting from there? That was the chance. All he's got to do is put a cheeky little cross across the box and see if someone can get onto her. Instead he goes the selfish option. You have to say we're very disappointed not to come away with a point here. Very disappointed. Rondon again, but this time gets tackled by Milner. Van Dijk with a ludicrous ball up, but that's it. That's all she wrote. The slip-up continues. And there we go. That's all for this episode. So the slip continues. Hopefully we can pull it back, but Man United are getting away from us. Anyway, you've been you, I've been me. See you later. Bye-bye.